control cabinet. So we've got this is a communicator to the engine. It gets all the parameters from the engine, the speed, the pressures, temperature, things like that. Communicates it to the PLC. This is the actual PLC, Allen Bradley PLC. There's a couple of side modules got on there. This is your radio, just like the one you just saw in the excavator. So you got a radio at each end. So the wireless and your antenna is right up there in the sun. The Allen Bradley panel view. So here's your graphical screen that you have online here. You see we have intake pressure, gland pressure, discharge pressure. You see that it's in auto, and our set point is 12. Just like up in the cab, we can change this set point here too by touching it. We can start and stop the engine from here, just like we could at the, you know, we got to start and stop for the engine. We got a hand auto. This is a touch screen. Got a hand auto. You got the clutch engage, disengage. These are all push buttons. And again, if you're in manual mode, which you're in, or hand mode, call it, which we're in auto now. But if you're in hand, we can do speed up and speed down. These are push buttons. You hold them, they'll speed up, speed down. And you see your pump RPM here. You see your operating hours, just like you saw on the laptop. Speed references how much the automation is giving it to go. And just like the other one, we've got some, you got a configure screen here. So now here you got a couple things that you don't have at the laptop. You have 3 transmitters here. You have intake pressure transmitter, discharge, and gland pressure transmitter. It's stamped on each transmitter what the range is. Like for example, the discharge is 0 to 200. So you want to put the range of the transmitter. So if you ever replace the transmitter, for example, with a 0 to 150 because you have it stock, you just simply touch this and change it to 150 instead of 200. You know, so that way I don't have to come down here and reprogram the PLC. So each one of the transmitters you put in the range that it is right there. You see intake pressure, discharge pressure, and gland pressure. These are not historical trends, these are 2-hour trends. So if you want to look at what happened in the last 2 hours, you can look at it there. Even if you start it, you can start it by the key switch, turning it to the right, as you always did, or you can start it by this touch screen or the laptop. See the service water dropped down a little bit, but he's speeding it up. He sees it's engaged. As long as we don't go below 3 for 30 seconds, we'll be all right. And he's good. So once it gets above 12, it'll start controlling the speed of the engine. The engine's still at idle. So our set point is 12 psi intake. As soon as that engages, the operator should start bringing it up some. Alright, so there you go. The intake's coming up. The engine's automatically coming up. See your pump RPM in the center here. And it'll come up to maintain that 12 intake set point. Always want to have your gland pressure above your discharge. Operator's got to be watching that. You can see everything from the screen on the engine's about 1200, 1300 RPM. You can see that on his screen. Now he's speeding up now. The engine's taking off on its own. Booster pump's not running, nothing's running. The operator, here you can see his intake pressure at 0. Scale goes up to 60, negative 15. Discharge pressure, gland pressure, and numbers are right there. Here's your gland valve. It'll go green when the gland valve's open. That actually runs when you're in auto mode, which we are. It runs with the clutch. So when it's clutched in, that guy will go green. That guy comes on too. When it's clutched in, this pump goes green. You see your pump RPMs here. You see your engine RPMs here. The engine's off. You can, this again, it's not a touch screen. You got to do it with the mouse, but you can actually start and stop the engine here, and put it in hand mode. Now, when it'll tell you it's in hand mode. Now I can turn on the clutch. This is for maintenance purposes. I can turn on the clutch and turn off the clutch. Turn on the service water valve, or off. You know, while you're in maintenance mode, in hand mode. So we'll put it back in auto. Just pretty much leave it in auto. You can also see the engine, some engine information, your oil pressure, coolant temperature, operating hours, battery volts. That's all live right now. We just shut down a while ago. The coolant temperature was around a 180 or something. But that's it's all information coming from the engine. Down here you've got navigation. You got your main screen that we're on. You got trends. We go to trends, and you can see a couple trends from when we've been running today. This is historic trends, so you got your time and your date up here. You can actually use these scroll menus, so you can scroll through, go to end, go to home, go to move left, move right. So you can scroll through, provided the laptop's on, you got trend data there. So you can see that the intake pressure is green. This is live data. Provided the key is on, in the on position on the engine, I could literally start it right here. I'd click on that and start it. Once it's started, provided it's in auto mode, which it is, you'll see your engine go up to 700 RPM, sit there at idle. Your pump is up 3.27 of that, so you get the pump RPM here. So you'll see that. You'll see your engine oil pressure and all that. Our intake pressure, I got it set at 12. So what will happen is, as it starts coming up, that engine will start speeding up as it goes above 12. So it controls, it's what it called a proportional integral derivative loop. So it controls the engine speed to keep around 12 psi intake. So as you're pumping, it's gonna speed up, and that engine will speed up with you. It does real sweet, and it'll slow down with you.